Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about one of the core concepts in credit risk management, quantifying credit risk using the expected loss formula. Understanding and managing credit risk is fundamental to the stability and profitability of our institutions, and this is a clear and consistent way to measure it. The formula is elegantly simple, but its implications are profound. Let's briefly unpack each component. The probability of default, or PD, represents the likelihood that a borrower will be unable to fulfill their financial obligation within a given time horizon. This probability is typically estimated using historical data, credit ratings, or advanced statistical models, and it serves as a measure of the chance that a default may occur. In the formula, this is expressed as a percentage. When you think about loss given default, the main thing you want to understand is how much of the exposure is at risk of not being recovered in the event of a default. The loss given default parameter represents, in fact, the percentage of exposure that is expected to be lost if a default occurs. It considers factors such as collateral, guarantees, and recovery processes. Exposure at default is the total value at risk at the moment of the default. For a loan, it's typically the outstanding balance. For more complex products, it might include potential future drawdowns or undrawn commitments. When we multiply these three factors, we arrive at the expected loss, a single quantified estimate that helps us make informed decisions about pricing, capital allocation, and risk appetite. Here's an example of what the calculation might look like. Imagine a loan with the following details. The probability of default is 5%. The loss given default is 60%. And the exposure at default is $10,000. Using the formula, we calculate the expected loss on this loan equal $300. In other words, on average, $300 is anticipated to be lost due to borrower default. Why is this so important? Understanding and applying the expected loss framework provides a robust foundation for assessing and managing credit risk across all areas of financial decision-making. It offers a clear, consistent methodology for structuring transactions, evaluating risk exposure, and communicating risk insight, both internally and externally. By quantifying potential losses, organizations can compare credit exposure on a consistent basis, prioritize their risk mitigation efforts, and ultimately enhance risk-adjusted performance. In essence, mastering the expected loss formula allows us to turn complex credit risk factors into actionable insights, supporting more resilient portfolios and fostering sound, informed decision-making throughout the organization. If you want to deepen your understanding of credit, you could consider the Global Credit Certificate. Its comprehensive curriculum combines theoretical foundation with practical insight, equipping you with the tools to excel and in the competitive world of credit. Visit the website for more information.